Don't you just love modern games?
$70 for a game? What? What? No! The controller costs almost that much. That's disgusting. Remember this? Remember when this oh my goodness. We live in a society where you have to pay $60 for a Wii U game just to get a water gun. Oh, this economy is so jacked, bro. Thanks a lot, Obunga.
Though, what if I were to tell you that there's a way out? Free games, flash games, fascinating games. There's an infinite list of adjectives that start with the letter F that I can list down. Just like the Madoka Magica game wiki page. Hey, it ain't that endless, but it has some games that I'll rank on the scale of good to gooder to goodest. Get your gallbladder ready, because these games will feel like a gut punch to the stomach. Fist of the Puella Magi is a game where you beat that meat. It involves Kyoko Sakura punching Kyubey for no reason other than to get a high score. It's a simple flash game that shows the era where it came from, where it's essentially a test on how fast you can click that mouse button. Basically, it's a carpal tunnel simulator. Swiss cheese Kyubey. It's very obviously inspired by Fist of the North Star, which explains the music and the voice lines. Well, my hands feel like they're getting carpal tunnel now, so I'll give this game 7 Kyubeis out of 10. Now that I have you hooked on Madoka games, let's take a look at something more competent. And French. Madoka et toi, Rondo of Grief. Pardon my French, but it's a game that closely resembles one of my all-time favorite childhood classics. Plants vs. Zombies 1 Begooled. Remember that one? Match 4 similar jewels, get a plant, and make zombies die. Et toi is kinda like that. It's a typical matching puzzle game where, in the story mode, you go on an adventure to kill witches. There's quite a bit of technicality that goes into this game, but TLDR, match 5 or more colors to get soul gems. Use soul gems to charge up super duper attacks, and kill the bad guy. But if you're too good at the game, you become a witch and you die! You can choose from the 5 main characters, and yep, there's an obligatory JoJo reference. I'm a bit of a Sayaka man myself, so I'll pick her as we go into heck. It's a typical visual novel that I can't read, so I assume that the story is about you saving the world and getting to school on time. Anyway, on your adventure, you encounter various witches, a plant, Gertrude, Charlotte. Whatever you do, don't play as mommy fighting her. The story campaign is a bit short, but it encourages you to go to higher difficulties where you fight more difficult, newer bosses that'll trip you up. And in the endgame on hard mode, you finally fight the evil Kyubey. Once you beat the game, you can play as everyone in free mode, even the plant. Drag a friend into your dungeon and you can force them to play the game with you too. If you lose to a plant in this game, then that's how you know you made it in life. Honestly, I think the rounds themselves kind of drag on for too long, especially in story mode, but I'm sure if you give a kid some candy, some chalky milk, and a Wii remote without a strap, they'll have a good time with it. The people who watch my Toho videos will love this one. Grief Syndrome is a hack and slash game made by the same people behind Hisoten Soku. Tasofro is a doujin circle known for making fighting games about yokai girls saving the world from the big bad, so it makes sense they would do something in the world of depressed magical girls. It's more fluid here where you must travel along 5 stages killing anything that comes in your sight to level up and become the strongest people in the world to stop the big bad evil of Walpurgisnacht. The gameplay is pretty similar to other 2D hack and slashes. Like, you know that one Simpsons arcade game? Yeah, I think it's kinda like that. But instead, you fight those plants and the black ink thingies. It's a fun game to tune out to. However, you can't just fight all willy-nilly, as your soul meter is the great equalizer in this conflict.
Oh, as if things couldn't get any worse.
Various things will make your grief seed timer go down. Using your special too much, getting hit, simply existing for too long. As long as you use your finger muscles and spam attacks, you'll be okay. I really like Kristen's stage, you know, with all the TVs and all that. Oh, it surely won't cause any problems for those with epilepsy. I also like how Valpurgisnacht's stage has those weird Shadow Mario clones that would scare me as a kid. But aside from that, he's an alright boss. What's fun is how you can replay the game once after Valpurgisnacht dies, essentially performing a lap around the 5 bosses for an infinite amount of time. You know Homura's time loop in the anime? Same thing, boring as shit, forced to wipe every day. But at least you can grab a friend or two to wipe with you. But, you know me, I'm a Madoka fan, so I'll give you the answer of, I'm pretty sure it's fun when you play in multiplayer, but virginity will always win in the Madoka fandom. And it's certainly something that I would need more time with, but it's an extremely well-made game that still holds up. And if you have friends, it's the perfect game to zone out to on school nights. Gertrude was defeated and was left grief seed. Boy, do they speak better English than I do. And now it's time for the Flash Hour. Kyubey Killer is a whack-a-mole game where you, as Homura, has to whack Kyubey for as long as you can, but if you hit Madoka 3 times, it's game over. Using a mouse in this game is a giant pain in the ass, but you can use the numpad for faster inputs. You know how accountants type super fast on those doohickeys and gizmos? I think I found it. This is the game they use to train their fingers. Mommy's Head is a game where you try to reattach Mommy's head to her body. If you've seen the anime, point the mouse where you need to go and you'll soon perform the world's first head transplant surgery. This will give you medical credentials, so I say play this instead of going to med school. The Madoka dress-up games. I shouldn't be playing these, I'm not a googly girl, ew! Well, at least you can learn Brazilian Portuguese with this one. Shoot Kyubey is self-explanatory. Lead to military torture weapons for a being who deserves it. Madoka Train is a game where you must control Madoka walking through a train yard. If you fail, you watch her die. Slap a Live Leak logo in the corner and yep, you have a disaster in waiting. But the art style is cute. It reminds me of that one Migu Pop Candy song. I love seeing those dashcam car accidents videos as much as my dad does, but there's one game that's much better than anything mentioned before. I saved the best for last since I did not expect to love this game so much. Madoka Magica is a game where you select a character, platform, go to the boss, die, and kill them. The best comparison I can think of is a mix of Mega Man and the Smash Melee Adventure Mode. Just hear me out. The levels can range from fun, glamorous, creative, to Albertine stage. Still though, they're honestly pretty memorable that play well into the character's strengths and the game's physics. There are 10 distinct characters that are worth playing. You start out with Mommy, whose entire gimmick revolves around her guns, and then you advance out toward other characters. From Madoka with her bow and arrow, to Homura with her
Gun.
and Saika the sword fighter. That makes Smash players angry, which is why I love playing her. There are even characters from the sister manga series, Madoka Magica, which I never heard of. I gotta hand it to them with a variety. I love characters being named after American cities. I don't know how they did it, but they made the physics feel snappy yet fluid at the same time. A balance like that is quite rare. Minus the times you get slapped across the screen for no reason. I don't know if it's a giant me problem or what, but the whole get hit, fly like you're on the moon shtick that the game is going for doesn't really appeal to me. But aside from that, I would genuinely play this game on a plane ride or something, as it does compare and hold up against modern AAA games. I still stand by the notion that modern games are pretty depressing, even though it's a lot of nostalgia holding me back. But from all of my short playthroughs of the Madoka games, I can firmly say that it's a power hour that I wouldn't mind replaying. Especially that Lively Train game. I really like watching her die. But that's not the end of the Madoka game lore, as for the entire time, I've purposely neglected the mobile games.
So this is the Kamihama from the Magia record verse. Yes, Kamihama is hell.
Oh, there's the adjective I was looking for. The Magia record video is going to be full of family-friendly fun.